We started out, we made 3 albums and they didn't do much. But A Band on Luncheonette was what was known as a turntable hit. It was very popular in colleges and stuff, but it wasn't a hit. Then we had Sarah Smile. And then they re-released She's Gone, that became a hit. Then Rich Girl. So we had those 3 in a row, right in the mid-'70s. Then we kind of had a little drop-off. But what was really interesting, during that drop-off of commercial success in the late '70s, we revamped our entire approach to playing. We got a new band, we developed a new band, which eventually evolved into that '80s band. We decided to stop using outside producers and produce ourselves, which led to Voices album and the beginning of that incredible run in the '80s. So that little down period between Rich Girl and Sarah Smile and She's Gone was really a rebuilding in a sense. Maybe we were off the radar publicly, but for us it might have been the most important thing we've ever done because it led to the '80s. And the '80s, of course, is we took responsibility for our own records, and the results speak for themselves. And then in the '90s, we kind of stopped again. We thought, where are we going to go now? The only place to go is down. And grunge was starting to happen. And we were definitely not in sync with the grunge. It was, there were 2 different musical, sensibilities going like this. So I think we did the smart thing. We stepped back. We pulled back and we waited. And we didn't tour so much, and we didn't record. And I got to live a real life. I moved to Colorado and got remarried, had a kid, built a house, did all the things I couldn't do in the '80s. It was one of the best times of my life. And all of a sudden, things began to swing. The pendulum swings back. So, it's one of those things where, you can't tell how life has some strange twists and turns. I would never say never to anything at this point, because I wouldn't have expected this to be happening, so why would I say never? You never know. If we got the right song, one of us wrote it, or, we collaborated with somebody and it felt like a cool thing to do, we might do it. I have a feeling it might be in a collaboration with someone. But regardless of that fact, the thing about Daryl and I is that I feel like we have a future. Hall & Oates has a future, but the future is in its past. So that sounds weird and convoluted, but what I mean by that is we can't even play the music we've already created because we're a prisoner of our hits. Wow, what a horrible problem to have, right? No, what I mean is people expect us to play the hits, and we've got a lot of them. So we got a whole show full of hits. But we want to play the deep tracks, and we want to play some musically adventurous stuff that we've created, and we almost can't do it. So just doing that alone would be almost like a new career for me and Daryl. And we can't even get to do that. So to make new music yet on top of that, I don't see it happening really.